What's going on, everybody? We're here with Nishaad, Lorengo. What did you do?
I got top 2 at NAT's 2018 for North America.
What were you playing?
I played Gouki.
All right, let's get into your deck.
So 3 Super X, that's the best one. 2 Swiss Cobra, 2 Octa Stretch because you can't really combo if you draw both, or draw only one. You only have one in the deck. I want each of these guys. This one's like okay. This one's like the worst one, and this one's again kind of sucks to combo with.
You're not a fan of 3 of these?
I was gonna cut Soul Charge and 1-for-1 for it, but
and Reborn.
But I think this is just like overall better card.
Oh, okay.
So I only played like 10
It's a Rota target, right?
Yeah, you can Rota.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
So that's 10 Goukis, 3 Neospace and Aqua Dolphin. So this card basically, you can normal summon it, you can discard a card, live your opponent's hand, and if you have a monster with attack on your field with more attack than a monster in their hand, you can destroy it and they take 500 damage. So basically it just beats Ash and Droll. You go like summon Marauding Captain, summon this, or you go jump forward, summon this, activate Institution. It's really good. Because round 1 my opponent summoned this, game 1 I had Ash, I just scooped. My opponent topped it to scoop game 1 when I summoned that. So that card's pretty good.
Did it ever come up for you to like look at your opponent's hands, see they have Spear Mode or something, and then just not commit a full board?
I played Gumbo Dragon in my extra deck, so that did happen once. I saw Spear Mode, but then I just discarded another card, and I discarded the other 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
I firewalled this back, discarded a 6th. But yeah.
The full combo.
Yeah. So I played the level 3 build also with Sky Striker, so 3 Marauding Captain, and 3 Jump Forward. This is okay. Like, I don't know, if it gives a permanence,
How often did that happen to you?
It only happened once, and at least only once where I didn't have it extended for like an Institution or something. This was always pretty good. I drew 3 once, but my opponent broke, so it's fine. I think it's better than Sky Striker because they get you access to a Gouki more consistently, and you get to play less Goukis with your actual bricks. And I like these cards a lot. I played 1 Terratop, 1 Tecton board. I cited this card out a lot. This is just like kind of like a jump forward. It's like kind of sucks that it plays into Droll, but when it resolves, it's like you make the full comp without normal summoning. It's really good. And yeah, so that was really good. 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll Unlock, and his best hand traps. Even though they do lose to Dolphin, I think not very few, but like not many people knew about Dolphin or were playing it. So I think there's overall the best one. I cited this card. This was actually not that great. I cited Average Trickstar a lot because if they just go like Candina, search Reincarnation, you don't want to Droll there because like then you should have one less card that they're going to Reincarnation you for. And this was fine. I got called by the Grave on Ash a lot. And then 1 Bleed because you need a combo with it. We call by the Grave. This card's really ridiculous. You just ensure all your plays go through for no reason. It's like obviously it's like 3 of my copies of Aqua Dolphin except bad or this card's insane. And it's like kind of disruption. 3 Institution. You should always want to see this card. It comes with Tecton board because you summon Dragoness and it's a wind level 3, so that's also invoke with a normal summon. Jump Forward with this is invoke with a normal summon. And it's really good. Having 3 didn't really matter. I never really saw multiples when it didn't come up. 2 Rematch. You need to play 2 because the deck, if your first one gets bailed or if your first turn gets stopped or hand trapped, you can just first Trickstar. You can just activate this, float 2 guys. Then if they don't kill them, first of all they have a hard time getting killing like 3 monsters on board. And if they do, you just float into another one, and then you kill them next turn if you get hand trapped or like Droll. Those cards, I think you have to play 2. 1-for-1. It's like, I actually didn't resolve its effect to summon that much. I summoned a Droll Unlock to make a Link Hero once. That happened. This card's really good, but like I was honestly never in a scenario where I had this and was already losing.
Did you find yourself like special summoning Droll with it and then just adding it back with Firewall a lot?
Actually, yes, that did happen once. Because a lot of times, like if you see an Octa Stretch and this, you have to summon Droll to get like the last monster on field. So that actually did come up once. I firewall back hand traps a lot, like when you link with them or whatever. one Rhoda. I actually side this card out a lot because again, he plays Control really hard. Because like usually what you want to add is like Aqua Dolphin or like maybe a Gouki, but yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, Rhoda. One Reborn. This card's insane. Round 1, my opponent Gumblered me for 4, and left me with this and a Gouki. And if I didn't draw both equip spells, I could have killed him through a full board, which is crazy. This card's really good. You can take their own firewall. That they link with. It's really good. Because yeah, one living fossil. This is a new one. So basically, summons a level 4 or lower from your graveyard. And it's effectively negated, and it loses 1000 attack and Spanish when it leaves the field. But it doesn't really matter. It's just an equip spell. I think it's better than Artful Tutor because you can play it going first and second. You can reborn a hand trap, which actually came up at top 52 or top 54. I had to reborn a Droll and Lockbird. And I knew my opponent had Call by the Grave, so he had Nightmare Griffin on field, and I needed a link arrow that pointed down. So I activated this, and I knew he wouldn't activate Call by the Grave on my Droll and Lockbird. So I summoned Link Reaver, and then I comboed off because I had a link. That was really good. And then Phoenix Blade, this card just +1. This is the best card in the deck. This card printed.
That's the worst card in the deck, right? But you don't play this one?
I lost this card in top 32 because my opponent, drew it. This card's really good. I won a lot of games because of this. It plays through like every hand trap. If you get stopped, like it doesn't matter. Like
you literally play line up the air.
Yes. Yes, you play Connect 4. I didn't go into. I went into time once, and it was in top 32. And yes, and the last card, the 43rd card in the deck. Was one Phantom Night Trap. I just wanted it to be like, I don't know, another level. Like this, I like this card a lot. It's just like every time you draw it, it's like another. Whereas if you draw like multiple Instant Fusion or like multiple Junk Forward, you can't really do anything. But like this is just always live. I like that card a lot.
Did you find yourself wanting one more card in your main deck to be a part of 44 gang?
I wanted to play. No. Maybe I would have played like. No. I like stick a lot. Like maybe Katakatombo or I don't know. So the extra deck. One Link Revo, one Mermaid, one Underclock. Oh, there's a bunch of OTKs you can do with this. You would make this, you would reduce a monster to 0 that they have. Then you make Trigate and you link either Firewall or Gumbler Dragon to this and attack over their monster for 6,000 damage, attack for 22 in this game. That came up like a lot, like out of nowhere. One Cerberus, one Phoenix. I was playing 2 Phoenix in the Sky Striker build, but I think this is less needed because you don't really need to like bait out back row like that. You just kind of need to like conserve this for like the battle. 2 Goblin. This card's insane. Shouldn't be needed. 2 Sold, 1 Trigate, 1 Unicorn, 1 Firewall, and 1 Gumbo Dragon. So I played like 4 or 5 mirrors, and every time I did this like 3 of the 5 times, and I had to like teach. So every time I did it, my opponent was like, "Oh, that's why you do. That's how you play it." So at the end of the video, I'll show like the quick combo and how to make this with the same combo you do the other ones, and then Invoker and that. I cut Borreload. I didn't really want it. It's just like you can out there Borreload if you go. You make like the standard combo board of like this because their board will lose 1,000 attacks, so it goes to 2,000. Firewall's targeted, can't be targeted by Goblin, so it'll go to state, so they can't Borreload this, and it's attack over 500. So that was not really an out, or a problem in this deck. And that's the extra deck. The side deck was 3 Ogre. I saw this card versus Samira a lot, or obviously always. I was thinking about this versus Gamma because Gamma doesn't get hit by Dolphin, and it's just like it can't call by the grave basically, and it negates Firewall's effect summon. But this was still really good. I just didn't want to commit to having Driver, and Gamma can be a brick.
Did it ever come up for you that you could Ogre Dolphin and then it bricked their hand?
It did not. No one ever summoned Dolphin on me. The only one time they summoned Dolphin on me, I had Ash. I just scooped anyway. But this also being a level 3 matters because you can combo with it, which I actually did in the last round, or in like round 10 of Swiss or something. That came up. 3 Reaper. This card's like very good in the mirror. So in most other decks, when you have Reaper, like Spank Trick Scar, you Reaper is sold because you can't afford to let them establish a board. But if you're playing the mirror, you can hit the Firewall because you don't really care if they make like a smaller like Nightmare board as long as they don't extra link you, because you can just like go off on your turn. And Firewall is really, really important in the mirror match. It's basically how you get all your monsters off field. So in the mirror, I would Reaper Firewall. Versus other decks, I would Reaper Soul. And I also played one Electromite for that. So I lost the top 8 of the ARG because I didn't have Electromite max deck. As I just changed my mind at the last moment, so I threw this in. I didn't play Sunny Pendulum. But yeah. 3 Hatred Nade. This card's insane. You can just go like set Called by the Grave, set like 1 for 1 or like whatever. If they have Reincarnation, you go activate this. They can like reincarnate you. You draw cards, doesn't matter. But that means they lose their reincarnation. You get your cards back to hand, so if they're quick plays, you can still use them. Reverse Sky Striker, all their multi-role sets get banished. This card is really good. This card, I played 3 Swim. This card was not that great, honestly. You don't really want to discard this deck, especially versus Reincarnation. There's nothing good to hit. I played versus 1 Altergeist, but I didn't draw it. It didn't matter. And I played 2 Red Reboot because I was scared of Altergeist and Draco. I played 1 Draco round 2. I have Red Rebooted his like Apocalypse, yeah, his life, and he was a nice guy. That's so yeah. 43, 15, 15. Let me show the combo really quick for how you do Gumbler discard 4. So basically, all you need is so the standard combo is Gouki plus a monster on field plus a monster in hand for Firewall to trigger. So you go, okay, you go normal, activate whatever. This also works if you just make a Invoker. So you go Soul, one Soul Chin that. So for the first part, it's pretty standard. You go add that with the one you just used, and then you add the one you just used with the Soul. You go Soul Effect, Cost, Sending, Phoenix Blade, Summon, Octo Stretch. You go Activate, Summon that. You go make. So if you play two Goblin, you make the first Goblin. If you play 2 Phoenix, you make the first Phoenix. You just need something that points there. So you go Chilling 1, Chilling 2. You're not activating the effect yet. You get Rematch and another Gouki. So 1 Gouki you haven't used, like Super X. You go Activate Rematch. Target this. So here, before you make Firewall, you're gonna make Unicorn with a Soul and a Gouki. You're gonna make Unicorn. Go make Firewall. You're gonna banish 2. Just don't banish the Octo Stretch. You can banish anything other than the Octo Stretch. Banish 2 to add back Sword. So right now, our hand is a monster we have, the Goku we added in the Sword. So you go Link 4 Nightmare Mermaid. You go 1, 2, summon that. Summon Ibli. You draw a random card.
This is a new one.
You add that back. You banish another 2 for Phoenix Blade. You go make Goblin. So you can go chunk 1 Goblin, 2 Firewall, chunk 3 Super X, discard this, and then you add whichever Goku you haven't used it. Summon that. You draw like a random card. You go Firewall effect, target, it has to be Octo Stretch, and then Ibli. So you go normal Ibli, bring back Unicorn. You link these 2 into any link to, I probably put Underclock because I want Cerberus my extra deck in case something randomly happens. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2. If you know what they're playing, you can give them this. Because like if it's a mirror, then you can make Mermaid. But regardless, so you go add your last Goku you haven't used, summon that, high max. Then you go link these 2 for Trigate. You go 1, 2. You add a second Octo Stretch. you summon the first box stretch, you go, and you go make Link Rebo. And Firewall triggers, you just summon the monster that's not Octopus, so whatever monster you have there. Then you go Link 4 for Gumbler. It's extra Link, so you can make them discard 2. So you still have, at this point you have two other cards in your hand. Then you go link these two, make Phoenix, Firewall triggers, some of the other Octo Stretch. Then you go Blade, activate.
This triggers too, right?
This is a hard one per turn for each effect. So
okay,
you just, yeah. So you banish sword, whatever, add it back, just in case you discard an extra. And then during the draw phase, so you have 5 in hand. You go activate this, summon that. This is mandatory, so it's be chilling 1, do chilling 1, chilling 2. Add whatever card, you discard 2. So then they have 2 cards to this board with 4 in hand. And that's the Gumbler combo when you open standard as the other one.
Yeah, that's not how Furman does it. Any shoutouts you'd like to give?
Shoutouts to Furman, Blake, and Hani Jahari for helping me learn this deck. They're all very good with it. Shoutouts to everyone who let me borrow cards. Shoutouts to Card Overflow. Everyone I stayed with. Just was really fun nationals. I lost top 2, really unreal loss, but it happens. You can't be mad about it. So nothing else really. I guess shout out to At Deception. I love it. And then that's about it.
All right, congrats.
Thanks.